Hello. There's several elements in a speech that can derail you before you even start talking. Those are the nonverbal elements, the personal appearance, eye contact, movement, and gestures. And we're going to start with personal appearance because that can lose your credibility right off the bat.
So in the textbook, it mentions that your listeners see you before they hear you, which I think is a great statement because it's true. So when you want to dress for your speech, you want to dress to impress, but you also want to dress appropriately for your specific topic. It helps keeps the audience's attention on you, and helps them focus on what you're saying. You want to adapt your clothing to your speech, so that way it could be more effective when you're giving it. So the way I'm dressed right now is not effective, but the way he's dressed is pretty effective. It's sharp. He looks intelligent. It's good.
All right, the second topic is eye contact. You want to look around the room and you want to try to look at every individual person. I know that sounds unreasonable, especially if you're in a room of like hundreds of people, but you want to try and look, left to right. You don't want to make like that, but you want to look around the room. The things you don't want to do is you don't want to look, not at the audience. You don't want to look above them. You don't want to look at the side. You don't want to be looking at the board because it takes away from your credibility. It makes you feel dishonest. The other thing you don't want to do, and this is something that people get used to doing, is staring at one person that you know in the audience, somebody that makes you feel comfortable. So if I were to stare at Zhang here for a while, eventually as the speech goes on, the rest of the audience is going to feel left out. They're not going to feel like they're part of it. They're going to lose interest. And right now he's starting to look away because he's getting uncomfortable. You don't want to do that. So after all that's said and done, you're actually going to start talking, and we're going to move on to movements.
Well, in order to minimize uncontrollable pacing or fidgeting with things in your pockets or fidgeting with your note card, it's important that you guys remember a couple things. One, you're not alone. Some of the great speakers that we have today, people who have spoken for their entire lives, still get nervous, but they make the best of it, and they use the nervousness and the butterflies that they feel inside to make their speech effective. You guys, instead of just standing there, instead of just standing there shaking, you should use the butterflies and everything that you feel inside to effectively give your speech. Move to the flow of your speech in transitions. Maybe you talk and then you need to transition to another point and you move to the other side. Also, you need to remember that practice makes perfect. Instead of just coming up here and rushing into your speech, you can take a moment to breathe, look at the audience, make sure they're paying attention to you, breathe in and out, and then effectively give your speech. As time goes on, it's not that your nervousness is going to go away, but you'll learn to use it to the effectiveness of your speech.
And last are your gestures that you make while you're speaking, and one of the most important rules is that it should just be natural and spontaneous. It shouldn't distract from your information that you're telling the audience. And we're talking about how even when you're talking one-on-one with somebody, if it's in front of their face, they kind of just pay attention to your hands and not your message that you're sending. So all the elements kind of connect, because if you're just trying to communicate your ideas, you kind of forget about your hands and what you're doing, and then you can just focus on your ideas.